Hey lovelies, I hope we are keeping well. Before I show you day 2 of South by Southwest, I kind of wanted to explain why I was there, what South by Southwest is, and I probably should have done this from the beginning. I didn't think about it. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, and I just assumed that you would know. South by Southwest is a festival that takes place every year in Austin, Texas. Now, it's been going on for quite a while. I don't know how long it's been going on, but it started off as a music festival. It's still a festival, but it's like low-key, like slash a conference. And you don't just have music. It is music, film and TV, and tech. I went specifically for the music aspect of the festival. It is a week-long festival of live music, of up and coming emerging talent. You also have workshops, you have music business talks, and yeah, there's just a lot of different talks. You have some on sync, you have some on artist management, you have it on merch. There's just so much that goes into it. I specifically went just for the music. I got the music badge, but the reason why I went was because I needed to build myself back into feeling like I was really pouring into myself as an artist, and not just feeling like, but really taking the action steps into pouring into myself as an artist. I had spent a lot of time doing that, but like online. Like, I bought a lot of courses, I had a lot of mentorship that poured into me online to help me learn about the music industry and help me develop in my artistry. And I'd spent a lot of time doing that online, and because of that I hadn't really been attending events in person as much because I didn't really feel like I needed it. And I also didn't want to filtrate my mind with a lot of different advice, because I've realized that over the years that going to all these events, whilst it's great to like learn all this knowledge, you can get caught into a place where you're just going down a rabbit hole and you're not actually doing or actioning anything that you're learning, because you're taking in too much and it's just too much information. And then if you're trying to like try things, you're like throwing everything at the wall and you're not actually sure what's working because you're taking on everyone's advice. So that's kind of why I stopped attending events, because I kind of wanted to hone in on what I had already invested in and actually take on board what I was being taught and like actually putting it into practice. And I'm still on that journey. However, where I was at in terms of like my life and like work and all of that, I found myself to be very creatively depleted, and I was struggling to balance being an artist or pursuing being an artist whilst working at the same time. And I just felt really tired. I felt exhausted, and I just needed something to kind of like re-spark that fire in me that I know that I have. I believed that going to this event was a really good thing for me to do, because I hadn't been going out for a while in terms of like music events. I probably did go to like a few, but not as many as I used to do back in the day. I used to go to a lot of events back in the day, but I'd like slowed down. But I felt like this was good for me because I really needed to get myself back out there in person, meeting people, attending events, and just really revitalize myself back into a space where I was inspired to keep pushing as an artist. And so because I had heard about South by Southwest for quite a while, I had never been to America before this, and I've always wanted to go and travel and see what it's like. And I'd had Texas on my heart for quite a while. I remember speaking to my best friend about this actually a couple of years back. It just felt like the perfect opportunity to go. And I'm really happy that I went because I had a really great time. I met a few people. I went to all the talks that I wanted to go to. I'd learned a lot, and I came back with that motivation that I needed to kind of keep pushing my artistry. And I'm still trying to figure out the rhythm that works for me as I pursue this, because I'm like, I keep saying, like, being an artist, it's gonna take time, bruh. It's gonna take years to get to where you want to get to. And I think because I know my why I'm being an artist, I'm okay with that. And yeah, you have seasons where you're like, you do ask yourself, like, am I ever going to get there? But because I know why I'm doing it, and I know that I'm going to be pouring pouring into this for a while, for a very long time. It's just what I needed. So I'm very, very happy that I went. I had a really good time, and I hope this clears up what South by Southwest is and gives you more context into this journey that I'm sharing with you. Thanks, Holly, if you see this. She had been watching my video and that she really enjoyed it, but she didn't understand what South by Southwest was and why I was there. I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place, but we're doing it now. So, and we're only one day in, so, you know, better late than never. But yeah, I hope this gives you a bit more context, and I hope this just helps you understand why I was there, what South by Southwest is. And yeah, I hope you enjoy day 2. Let's go. Good morning, lovelies. So I wanted to do a quick fit check for today. Today is Friday. I decided to bring a pair of jeans with me. I have a lot of pants, but I was like, I want to bring at least one pair of jeans. So I was like, let me do that. So I'm wearing a blue pair of jeans today. I'm wearing my blue top, my blue square top, and this blue jacket. And then I'm going to also bring my green jacket with me because it's a little bit cold in the mornings. I think throughout the day it gets a lot hotter, but yeah, I'm going to bring that with me. And yeah, I've sorted out what I'm doing for the day. So I'm just going to share that with you now. So today I have a few things that I'm going to. There is a sync panel that I'm going to go to this morning. And it's conversation with music supervisors. Then after that, I've got another talk, which is about customizing your artist rollout. So like as an artist, how you're rolling out music. And then there's another talk about marketing. It's called I Am the Marketing Plan, Build Brands, Break Barriers. And then after that, I'm going to come back to my Airbnb because I kind of just want some space to breathe and to just like relax a little bit. So when I come back to my Airbnb, I've got a couple hours to kill. I'll probably FaceTime my friend from Ohio. We're trying to figure out if we can like FaceTime. So hopefully we can do that. And then in the evening, there is a showcase. There is a British Music Embassy like showcase that they're putting on throughout the week. Amy Blue, who I've heard a lot about, is performing. So I'm going to go to that showcase. And yeah, that's really how I'm going to spend my day. I need to figure out when I'm going to like go out and go like do some shopping and thrift and stuff like that. I haven't really figured that out yet, but I'm going to probably do that tonight. Figure out like when I can fit that in. So I'm going to do that some point throughout this week because I want to get some stuff. I want to get some souvenirs. I want to get some gifts to bring back home. Just got to figure out when's the best time to do that. So yeah, that's how I'm going to spend my day today. I'm going to go and get the metro because it's a lot cheaper. Because I think what I'm going to do is in the evening, I will go and get an Uber to the showcase and an Uber back. But I think on my way there, I do not want an Uber. So I'm going to get the bus. So I'm going to have to leave around the next 15-20 minutes so I can get the metro to downtown Austin. So yeah, that's how I'm spending my day today. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling excited. Really, really cool talks today. So yeah, let's see what happens. I hope that I can meet a few people, make connections. But I'm really just wanting to just go with the flow, be myself and just enjoy it as much as I can. So yeah. Get with me. Got my badge. It's the most important thing. Yeah. So I've come back from South by Southwest. I was going to go out tonight, but I want to stay here because I'm pretty exhausted and I just want an evening where I'm kind of just relaxing. I'm going to do some journaling, continue doing some journaling because I started this morning, so I'm going to continue that. And then what else? I said I was going to do something else. Do some reading. And then also I went to a really cool talk and there's some things in there that I can execute. So I'm going to spend some time doing that. But yesterday I went and tried Terry's barbecue and there was a lot of meat left. So that's what I'm gonna eat for my dinner. I have some green beans. I have a lot of meat, oh my gosh. A lot of meat. So yeah, I'm gonna have that with some bagels. You can see all of that. A lot of meat, but I'm gonna eat it all today because I'm not gonna keep it in the fridge for longer. It still smells so good, oh my gosh. But yeah, it went well today. I went to 3 different talks. The first one I went to was a sync one. I really enjoyed that talk. I learned some things I already knew, but it's always good to be reminded. And then some things I learned as well about film music. And I happened to have met someone that a sync course with online a couple years ago, but had never met in person. And it's so funny because she stood up to ask a question and all she said was like, hey, I make film music with a Mediterranean flair. And I was like, I've heard someone else say this before. Like, why do I think this is who I think it is? And it ended up being exactly who I thought it was. And so at the end of the panel, I went over and I said hi and introduced myself because we had done the course online. We had never met in person. I think when I mentioned the course and the company, she was like, oh yeah, I remember you. And we had a chat and yeah, it was nice. You never know who you're going to bump into, honestly. Like, I was not expecting that at all, but it was a real nice surprise to finally meet one of the girls from the course. So yeah, that was good. And then after that, I had the artist marketing rollout panel, which went really well. That was more of a workshop. Like, I was expecting it to be just like a conversation with like an array of different people, but it was like a workshop and I really enjoyed it because it was done by a guy named Drew and he has a company called Digilog. He basically made up like an artist example and we became like the marketing team, and he basically went through this mock artist from creating her artist identity to learning about her music to learning about her interests outside of music to then figuring out, okay, she's going to be releasing this, she's got this project, she's going to release this project, how would we release it, what kind of merch would we do? Like, it was just like, it was a really interactive workshop which I really enjoyed. And then there was another marketing workshop that I almost wasn't going to go to because one, I was starting to feel a bit tired, and two, I wasn't sure because I had just come out of the artist marketing rollout workshop. I was like, I feel like it might be a repetition of what I've already heard. But one of my friends that I made at South by Southwest, he convinced me to go. He was like, you never know who you're going to meet and things like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me go. And it ended up being really good. So I'm glad I went. It was 2 lovely women. Yeah, they were hilarious, so funny, but so informative at the same time. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed hearing them talk about marketing and like their journey in marketing and working with artists and like the things that we're up against and like just some advice. And, you know, it was just really nice. I really enjoyed it. And after that, I was planning on coming back, eating and then going out because there's a performance tonight that I want to go see, but I'm just like, I'm exhausted. I really just want to spend this evening just relaxing, so that's what I'm gonna do. Luckily that the performer Amy Blue that I went to see tonight is performing tomorrow, I think in the daytime, so it's probably better that I go and see her tomorrow, so I'm gonna do that. There's 2 other artists that I really want to see. Zola Marcel, who is a friend of mine, and then Shaney White. They're all from the UK because the British Embassy has put on like a set list of like British artists performing out here. So those are the 3 artists that I want to go see. So yeah, I'm going to see Amy Blue tomorrow, I'm going to see Zola tomorrow, and then I can't remember when Shaney White is performing. She might be performing the day after, so I just need to check it with my schedule. I'm just ready to eat. I'm ready to wind down and relax and probably get an early night as well. I want to do some journaling, I want to do some reading. I want to execute some things that I learned from the artist marketing rollout, because one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to leave here and be like, okay, I've learned all this stuff, I'm going to go home. Like, I kind of, whilst I'm here, I might as well try and execute the things that I've learned whereas I can. So yeah, he kind of created like a whole PowerPoint, and I've done what I learned I've kind of already done, but I've done it in like a Word document. I'm gonna try and create my own artist deck through what I've learned from the the workshop, because yeah, I don't want to sit on the stuff I've learned. I kind of just want to put it into practice and kind of execute it. So I'm going to try and do that today. I'm going to eat first and then go from there. Just remembered that Destiny from Terry B's barbecue gave me 3 different sauces to try, so I'm going to try them. I'm going to put some of the beef on the bagel. I don't know which is what. That's not really spicy. That's not spicy either. I thought there was a spicy one. This is the spicy one. I think this is the original sauce. So I'm gonna put that on my bagel. Put this on top. And then just put some of these green beans on the side. Taste test after the second day. It still smells just as good. Like, I can smell the seasoning. That's when you know something's been seasoned well. The sauce is really good. So I have 3 different sauces with me that I'm gonna try against the beef rib. With this, I don't know, I think this one's the sweet one. Yeah, this is like a sweet one. And then this one is the original, which I have on my bagel and I liked. Spicy. This one's really spicy. It's got that sweet kick to it, but it's really nice. I like the spicy one. I like the fact that it's got that tang, that sweet to it, and then it gets spicy. I actually can't work out if I've been experiencing jet lag. I felt so bad because the second workshop that I went to, my eyes shut for like 1 second and I jolted my eyes back open and I was like, oh crap, I need to keep myself awake. Bro, that scared me so bad. I didn't want them. I'm pretty sure they saw my eyes close. Again, my body is just tired.